Hey everyone, welcome. It's Darren. Uh, Today we're going to talk about advanced conditional formatting in Excel. Uh, if you haven't seen it already, one of our more popular videos so far has been conditional formatting. Conditional formatting is one of the most powerful tools you can use in Excel to make your data really easy to use. It makes good things stand out, it makes bad things stand out. Everything you're doing works great with conditional formatting. So if you can, more conditional formatting you can do, typically the better, at least for any of the data that you actually care about, spotting issues. Uh, so if you haven't seen it, like I said, links in the description, go check that out. And then come back here and we'll talk about the advanced conditional formatting. Uh, so advanced conditional formatting uses equations to determine what you want to format. In my earlier video, I was really only looking at formatting stuff in the cell that you were in. So based on those cell contents, uh, with the more advanced stuff, you can actually format based on any formula you can imagine. So let's take an example here. So I have here a list of colors, vehicle types, and prices. And using advanced conditional formatting, I can pick which ones I want to buy and change the color for those ones. Okay, so to start, what you need to do is pick the stuff that you want to format. And in this case, I want to format what's in column D. And then you pick conditional formatting, new rule, use a formula to determine which cells to format, and format values where this formula is true. So I want to do equals and, because I have multiple conditions, so I'm going to do A1 equals, how about invisible? That's a good color. And B1 equals aircraft carrier. And C1, the price, oh, how about less than 25,000? And then you can pick any formatting you want. I'm going to change the fill color to green because I want to buy it. And okay, let's see. Do any of my conditions match here? Oh, I got one here. So I have an invisible aircraft carrier for $50,000. I just have one. Apparently, there aren't a lot of invisible aircraft carriers out there for good prices. Oh, there's a second one at 50,000. Oh, did I pick? Wait a second. Did I pick the wrong thing here? So let's go back and take a look. Manage rules. And you can double click on it to open it up. I picked C1 greater than 25,000. Okay, so I put it in wrong there. I wanted it to be less than 25,000. I can't afford a $50,000 aircraft carrier, invisible or not. So you can edit that. And now let's go take a look and see if I have more of these available. Now I have a $10,000 one. I have a $5,000. Okay. So I still got a couple I can get. And see, the conditions I picked, though, are based on all three of those things. In my earlier video on conditional formatting and what most people do with conditional formatting, they would actually just come in here and this column that say tag this if it's 25,000 or less or whatever. Whereas this lets you pick multiple conditions. Okay. So that's the simple form of the advanced form of conditional formatting. Let's take a look at the advanced form over here. And actually, before we jump into the advanced form, I just want to say if you're learning anything from this video, if you enjoy it, please hit the like button and subscribe and hit notify. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm. It gets these videos out to more people. More people can see them. It'll bring more people into the channel. It'll keep me motivated to keep making more and more of these videos and keep on going with it. Also, if you're able to support us through Patreon, I have a Patreon page at patreon.com/data analysis excellence. If you can help there, that would be great too. If you can't help there, just hit like and subscribe. That'd be great. Okay, let's go in here and take a look at the advanced form of this. As you can see, I have a mine. It's a fairly small mine, just has 7 employees, and I have their monthly performance output through August. Um, so, what is good performance and what is bad performance? Well, if you look over in P2 there, I have their monthly quota. Monthly quota is 575. I'm not sure what that is. Let's say it's gems, given who the miners are. We'll say that's gems per month. So we'll select the area that we care about, and we'll pick the empty ones here too. Conditional formatting, new rule, and use a formula. Okay, so what is the formula here? Well, the formula is, and you always enter the formula for the first cell in the range, and it changes stuff through it as needed. So the formula is going to be equals. It's going to be, I need it to be not blank because I don't want it to set off uh, bad things for the months that don't have data yet. And I need it to be greater than the quota, greater than or equal to the quota, I suppose. Okay. So that means I need it to be an and again. Uh, B2 does not equal blank. And B2 is greater than $P $2. And I'm doing that just so it doesn't push everything around here. Oh, and I didn't tell it what to do with it. Let's do conditional formatting, manage rules, and go back into the rule. And I want to set this to yellow if there's a problem. And you see I do have some problem months here. So Sleepy's doing a pretty good job, which is surprising. He's always napping on the job. Um, Dopey's had a couple bad months. Doc's had a bad month. Sneezy's had a couple bad months. Happy's had a couple bad months. Bully's had Sleepy, Grumpy, and Bashful are doing great, and Doc's only had one bad month. Okay. Well, I'm a fair boss. People have bad months. It happens. So, without using conditional formatting, what you need to do is count how many bad months they've had. And the way you do that is equals count if B2 to M2, and it's less than $P $2. Except I need to have a quote around that. And if you haven't used COUNTIF or COUNTIFs or any of those, I have a link in the description for that too. You actually have to build a string for your conditions. Okay, so I had 0 bad months there, but I do have some bad months. And then I could actually apply conditional formatting on these if it's greater than, I'm okay with one bad month. What if I just want to put it over here though? So I can do that too. So to do that, again, is conditional formatting, new rule, use a formula, and in this case, so I don't forget the formula again, I'm going to make it red if it's bad. And the formula where it's true, so what I want to do is equals, I'm going to do count if B2 to, what is that, M? Yep, M2, And I'm going to do the quote less than quote ampersand, which the quote less than is just saying less than this amount. The ampersand is just going to glue it together to the thing I do next. And that's dollar $P, dollar $2, and close that. And then if it is uh, greater than 1. Okay. And I didn't copy that format all the way down. Luckily, you can go in here and change your formatting rule. You just go to Manage Rules and pick this and see it says applies to N2. I'm going to make it apply N2 colon dollar and dollar $8. Yeah, I think I probably didn't get that right. So let's just go back to conditional formatting, manage rules. Yeah, I didn't save that. There you go. Okay. Uh, so here I see I now have in red all of my miners who have had 2 or more bad months. Those that just had one bad month, Doc here just had the one bad month, not a problem. And as your quotas change, those numbers change. And that's the great thing about conditional formatting. As I put in numbers for September, let's put in, let's see, I had 700, 200. Grumpy and Bashful are still doing real well here. 600, 500. See, Grumpy just changed when I put the 500 in because now he's got 2 bad months. Let's put 601. Okay, he's still doing all right. Uh, 500, 300, 1200. Uh, so this is how conditional formatting works. So let's just go back and I'll show you these rules again. When you pick manage rules, you want to pick where you have your conditional formatting first, and go into conditional formatting, manage rules. By default, as long as you did your selection, it'll show you the rules that apply to current selection. You can also do this worksheet and you can do other worksheets as well. Current selection, that is the rules that are formatting these specific cells. Uh, Double click it, opens it up. You can edit this formula. You can change what the format is. If I decide I don't want this to be red, I want this to be purple, I can do that. And hit OK, and change it to purple. So that's about it for the advanced conditional formatting. A little bit trickier than the conditional formatting, but between the two, this is, like I said, it's one of the most powerful tools for making your data really stand out. If you have big, huge spreadsheets, if you have long lists of data, there's nothing like having a cell pop up in bright red to say, hey, look at this. There's a problem here. Or bright green to say, hey, maybe this is my employee of the month this month. So you can do a lot with it, and it's really useful. Play with it. You can't really do much harm. Worst case, you know if your rules get completely destroyed, just go into conditional formatting, manage rules, and say, oh, this is a problem. I'm going to delete this, or go to worksheet and just delete them all. You can just hit it and hit delete here. That gets rid of it for you. Um, and you can just redo it if you mess up the formatting on the sheet. This does not alter your data, and that's important. You can't hurt your data using formatting. Okay. Hope you learned something from this. I hope you have a lot of use for this. Like I said, it is one of the more useful functions. If you got anything from the video, please do go hit that like button and subscribe. Hit notify. That's going to let YouTube know these videos are worth watching. It's worth sharing it with other people. Uh, Hope you had a good day today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Thanks for stopping in.